Hey, 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 good morning. Good morning, good morning. If you catch this live, what is today? Oh my gosh, today is Wednesday. So, on this Wellness Wednesday, so I used to always do a Wellness Wednesday live. It was never necessarily the same exact time um, or place for that matter. Um, but the big focus around Wellness Wednesday is for me focusing on you, right? So me focusing on me, you focusing on you. And today, I want to talk a little bit about putting yourself first and how that ultimately impacts the world. So, first, if you don't know me already, I am Jill Coletti with Evolve with Jill. And I am on a mission to help moms and families live a little differently than they are now, to get unstuck from Groundhog Day and live a life that they love, for these moms to create a legacy that they love for their kids with them along the way, and disrupt generational patterns and to love their life, right? And to pursue their dreams. So I'm sharing each day different pieces of and tools and things that I have used, mindset things that I have used to get myself out of Groundhog Day and to ultimately rewrite my story in the hopes that it will help you. So, putting yourself first. There's a lot of guilt behind this, I feel like. A lot of guilt energy and shame energy for how dare I put myself first when there are others around me that I've got to take care of, whether it be my children, my friends. Morning, Yesley, how are you? Um, whether it be like my kids, my family, my spouse, my partner, my friends. If you are anything like me, you've I grew up completely people pleasing. Hey, Yesley, hugs to you too. Um, and I focused a lot on everyone else, a lot on the external things outside of me to ultimately, in a lot of ways, prove my worth. But this was said to me in a group that I'm in, and I'm not sure if it's directly her quote, but Lauren De Silva, who is truly amazing, and does a lot with boundaries work and like setting boundaries and sticking to them ultimately and getting to the heart of them. And what she had said once, and it really, really has stuck with me, and I'd like to share that with you today, is you are born completely naked, completely dependent on those around you. You're not able to do anything for anyone else. You're completely vulnerable, and you're completely dependent on others, right? For your safety and security. And yet, you are born with 100% of your worth. There is a reason why you're in this world. God has brought you in, you know, and whoever you believe in as the higher self, you were brought into this world with all of your worth. And you don't have to do anything. You didn't have to do anything, be anything other than just like the love and the amazingness of just you being. And I was so grateful, so completely teared up and watery-eyed when she said this to the group, and it really hit home. And so I share that with you because, yes, you may have brought another human into this world, and you probably feel this way about them. You feel your child came into this world naked and unable to do anything for you, and you're there to fully take care of your child, yet your child is worth every moment of your time and has brought so much joy and love into your life just by being born, right? I'm getting teary-eyed just saying that because my children are like literally my world. I love them with all of my being, and I know you love yours with all of your being. They do not have to do anything to prove that to me, right? They do not have to do anything to earn my love. I love them no matter what. But why is it that we feel like we have to earn something in order for us to be loved, in order for us to love ourselves? Why is that, right? So where does this come in? Oh my gosh, look at me. I'm like all teary-eyed here. Where does this come in with what I said, putting yourself first, right? Love yourself just like you love your kids unconditionally. You don't have to prove that. And do the things for yourself and be who you are first and foremost. Because when you are able to see your worth, when you are able to be your true self, you shine your light so bright, and that light shines upon your children, lighting them up. And then their light shines upon all those that are impacted or that are connected with them, right? And then when you're treating yourself with all of your worth, right? When you know your worth and you're treating yourself as such, right? And you're putting yourself first, you are being the example for your children that they can do the same thing too. And you are actually disrupting the pattern that was in your life before, the pattern of you feeling like you had to prove your worth, right? In the event when you do that, it actually impacts any healing you do, right? Especially things that disrupt these types of patterns. That healing actually impacts generations before you and the generations after you. So by you disrupting that pattern and you putting yourself first, you knowing your worth, you being you, truly, unapologetically you're clearing the path. You're clearing the way for your children to do that as well, right? Because as we grow, as we grow up, so as your children are growing up, they start learning those patterns and they start learning that they have to prove their worth when you know they don't, but all they're seeing is you trying to prove yourself and doing for everyone else before you do for yourself. So guess what? They're going to start doing the same thing. I can see the people pleasing in my daughter, for instance. I can see that people pleasing. That has always been me. But I'm shifting that. I'm changing that. I'm still doing things and I'm still helping people and I'm still being there for people, right? But I'm also prioritizing myself. Not always. It's still a practice and I'm a work in progress, right? So when I'm putting myself first, okay, what's happening is now I'm going to bring my kids in. I'm going to teach them the tools. I'm going to teach them that their worth is inside them just as they are, just for being. And I'm going to teach them tools now at their age so that hopefully they're not going through the same amount of healing in their 40s, right? They're still going to have some because they're walking their path, right? So I start, you start putting yourself first. You teach your kids to put themselves first and that they're fully worth it, that you're worthy, that they are worthy. And then guess what? That impacts the world at a much broader scale that you don't even realize. You lift up your own energy, your light shines brighter. You're shining your light on your kids. You're teaching them to lift up their own energy, to shine their light, that light that is beaming. Like imagine just your house with yourself and your child beaming, lit up, right? And the impact that has, that positive energy that impacts the world. So then, you're feeling better, you're able to help other people, they're feeling better, they're able to help other people, and it just trickles and trickles and trickles. You help someone else, they feel better, they help someone else. So again, coming back right to the beginning, you put yourself first, right? You bring in your kids, you impact the world. This quote has come up. It's actually part of my chapter in the book, The Invincible Family Project. And it is ultimately a good chunk of the basis of my healing journey and the impact that I desire to have on the world. I'm working on bringing myself to a higher consciousness, to lift myself up, to brighten my light, to get the higher vibes for me. And then I'm not alone, right? In this journey in life. I'm doing this, I'm helping myself for my kids. But I also have them with me along this journey, right? So they're witnessing it and I'm teaching them. And my hope is that we as a family, that our legacy is that we have a positive impact on the world. That's truly my big dream and hope. And that's my big dream and hope for everyone, no matter what you do in life. That you know that you are worthy just as you are, that you are worth putting yourself first, that you are a priority, and that you teach your kids and those around you that they are allowed to put themselves first and that they are a priority as well, right? And then trickle, trickle, trickle. So those are my thoughts for today. I hope that inspires you a little bit. And, I truly am excited to see where your journey in this life leads. And please just know you are worthy, that your worth is not dependent on anything you do or say. It's just about how you are, who you are, just being. And that prioritizing yourself and putting yourself first is actually essential for this life. So You're welcome, Leslie. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope it was helpful. And if you are looking for more support and community, hop on into my community. I'm adding a lot more stuff upcoming, and it's just a really safe space, great space to meet like-minded, amazing women, and I hope to see you in there. And I hope you have an absolutely amazing day. Take care.